Hey, queer stars. This reading is about the divine masculine and divine feminine. I'm a queer transgender witch. We're going to do oracle work with tarot. We've got the Golden Girls on the job along with me. I am Otis Elevator, Ashley B. LaBelle. I am your witch on the job. Woohoo! Right under the deck. In the Golden Girls deck, we've got the tower. Just saying. Right underneath, we're going to be doing a read with about divine masculine, divine feminine. We got this Shady Pines senior retirement home on fire. That's the tower card in the Golden Girls. Isn't that great? All right. Well, I'm gonna also pull from some oracle dice, astrology dice. So let's see what the Well and Bridget have to say about the lovers, divine feminine, divine masculine, and you. Each of them have the other inside too, so see them as a twin that's a both pair as well. Just like you are, just like we are, both has both. And so when we're talking about divine feminine, divine masculine, let's think about them as that which is a mix, hey? Because it is. All right, so divine masculine is gonna go first because yesterday divine feminine went first. So let's see, boys, because we're always taught ladies first. It's like, well, let's switch it up. Let's find new things. Men first. Let's go. What if we did put men first? I'd say if we valued men's life and we didn't have terms like deadbeat dad, doormat dad, ghost dad, what world might we have? Okay, men first. Maybe let's put some money into healing them. Huh. Maybe we'd have less problems. Do you think I'm a bitter man? I'm a bitter man. Keep on a bitter man. Sorry, Eddie Bitter. Okay. I see Venus in 10 in Virgo. There's a lot of work, man. I love this Venus in 10 because it's like love is the wealth. That's what I see. I see Virgo as creating manifesting wealth, like through the Empress of the Minor Arcana, which is the Nine of Pentacles. This reminds me of that. It reminds me of Ten of Pentacles, which is a Virgo card too. Virgo Sun is Ten of Pentacles in the Minor Arcana. This message of Venus in there means love is what the wealth is, though. And maybe the work aligned with love, with that 10 in it, it makes the 10. It's sort of like, do what you love. Divine masculine. Be a 10, give it a 10, make a 10. Virgo is self-made. So, self-made love. Be a 10, make it with the 10 like you are a 10, become the 10, be the 10, make the 10 experiences. This is self-made love. Virgo takes the part that is not perfect, that's obsessed about its imperfection. Oh, I wish, oh, and it's worried, right? What? Virgo is like worried. How do I say it? Why Virgo? Why do Virgos worry? Why do you worry? In Venus, it's a hard place for Virgo because it's so critical and so insecure. And so that's a hard place for love. But Virgo's the priestess. It does deal with the most vulnerable and the most sacred, which the world's starting to walk towards with the help of Brene Brown and stuff. That Scorpio perspective of like, hey, our shadows are wealth. We're talking about wealth here with the tens. We're talking about Virgo that makes it. Because it's funny that this one who's so like sort of like overwhelmed and I don't know and everything's bad and it's never perfect and never good enough. That Virgo thing, especially Virgo and Venus and all of our relationships. Am I beautiful enough? Like, men are plagued by that too. They actually are. I think they're plagued by love. And maybe the relationship with wealth and love needs the adjustment. The world underneath. Okay, anyways, that's just hanging out. I just think too, there's a lot of need to do work with and for love. And to work for love, WERK, in that self made way with Venus, that beauty. I, you know, there's a big emotional vampire thing that men do. Okay, men are not self-made enough in their beauty, and then they like ogle at women's beauty, and they're like, and then they kind of wait around for the woman to come back to them and think they're beautiful, and so the man's just like this big emotional vampire because he's just sitting there like needing to get something from her, right? Because she's bringing the Venus, but he's not, and so he's like, oh, my wealth's over there, and I'm kind of like, shut down to Venus because Venus gets socialized out of men. Divine masculine doesn't get told to be empowered through beauty. That's more the divine feminine. So this part, if it could be actualized as the 10, and that the men are the 10, and that the men are making that, like, I want hot guy summer. I think this might be hot guy summer this summer. Remember last year when Ken realized that he also could do the similar thing Barbie's doing and be self-made and just like, go Barbie. And he did. He was like, oh, I'm gonna be beautiful. And he like got into fashion and all these looks, and he had this whole scene, and they were just like dating, and he was a rock star, and he was just like getting all his Venus to the 10 place. I think the divine masculine message today is kind of like that. Let's draw some cards for clarification. High Priestess, don't you know? Yeah, he's going inside to soul search about what is Venus, what's beauty, what's love, right? And that's similar to that movie and that moment where he's walking away from the old feelings, right? There's new ones to be had. 8 of Cups. Yeah, I think this runs true. 10 of Cups. See that 10 Venus is like really feeling happy in love. So the divine masculine really needs to really align with this. It's his too. It's not just a girl kind of crushy inner child that wants this. Men want it. What is it for men to have that? Be attractive. Give it to yourself, honey. Make it real. 3 of Wands. Reject some people. Go find your truth. Just kidding. I just think the 10 is really confident. It's like it has what it needs. That self-sufficiency is going to end that vampire problem. Okay, that's really big in the divine masculine empire. 3 of Wands, be yourself. Judgment, you got it. You're the champion, okay? Nobody else needs to do it for you. It's really a sense of all this codependency that men are just like trying to perform for women and achieve these beauty trophies. Become the beauty trophies. It's you, 3 of Wands. Judgment. That's an Aries card too. Judgment is, okay? It's just all about owning your own fire. Embody it. 7 of Pentacles. And it's just about finding your peeps. Sometimes it's about like who can you really manifest with, and who does that with you? Who do you really find? Like it's sort of about aligning with, like what makes this possible for you to manifest. This 6 of Pentacles, the team. I like these cards. It's interesting. That's something in healthy masculinity that I really appreciate. I'm a transgender man, so I did grow up socialized female, and now I'm in the world and living and socializing as a male passing person, and I have been for 10 years, and so I've got some perspective on the bromance. I always was a tomboy, and I always had male crews when I was younger. Then I took a break for about 25 years and was kind of more into being a dyke, and that just had its own self-organizing more with people socially involved. But what I'm seeing about the team for the divine masculine is something I've learned from men that's really healthy, which is teamwork. Teams. Men are on teams. They're in teams at work. They're in teams in the sports teams. They're in teams just with their friends. They just form groups of buddies and bros and the gang thing. Well, this is cool though. This is actually a really big gift, as long as it's not stuck in the old stodgy ways of thinking. 4 of Pentacles that keep you back. Yeah, there's that. But this teamwork thing is really awesome, and it does build the wealth, and it's important that everybody's noticing, like, which ones are you in? Do they affirm you being that? I don't know. Do they merge your fire? 6 of Swords actually looks like a lot of people maybe need to leave and find freedom, okay? So don't be afraid to look for wealth in love and beauty, and leave whatever old groups or old ideas or teams or stuck thinking conservative ones may be in them, and go for the positive dynamics of camaraderie. The Hierophant. Go to religion. Go talk to the Pope. Except for this deck, it's Sophia holding this amazing scepter that looks witchy. I should look at the Pope and understand more about that scepter. It's interesting because I've got a tattoo similar on my arm where it's a line and these 3 dashes. I don't know what the 3 is. It's the third way. I think it's third space logic, where you're like, God's in control. Jesus, take the wheel. Give God the wheel. It's like, we got the binary, and then the Pope's like, give it to God. God is queer. Queerness is God. That's what I think. 6 of Wands, yeah. The cards want our positive fire. They want it. They want it. They want us to be the fire. They want us to fall in love like we're teenagers. That's what I feel. Because that's when we feel that kind of fire. We're like, and we fall in love. And we're like, you know, running around in the night. It's amazing. We need to rebase that. It's okay, dudes. Hot guy summer. It's okay, Ken. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna have fun and just be beautiful, honey. It's your wealth. It's the world's wealth. Okay? Men are here to be sexy. Don't hold it back. Go get it. You got it, girl. Bring that wealth. All right. Let's ask the divine feminine. Let's switch it up. Well, Bridget, at the will, what does the divine feminine need today? To heal. To be. I don't know. To be where it needs to be. We got Aries, North Node, 2. The 2 reminds me of the second house. It reminds me of the house of manifestation. And the High Priestess, which is that inner knowing. And of course, we have Aries North Node leading fire, so your true self and your true identity in a major way needs to be manifesting work, everything. That's your creative everything. Your third eyes connected to your cauldron, they're a team, okay? Yeah. And it's just manifesting yourself. Isn't that a novel concept? Because usually the divine feminine is manifesting things for others, for the kids, for him, for the marriage, for the home. Oh, I gotta get something for my dog. There's always something to take care of, mommy. Yeah. How about do it for you? Do it because it's making you. How about get rid of everything else but you? Men are selfish. Get selfish, honey. We're talking about balancing. Justice. Underneath. I knew it. Spirit told me to look under there. Justice. Betty is holding the scales. She's like, whatever you've been doing, do the other thing. Okay? Become a whole person. Become a whole person. You're not living for other people. Knight of Pentacles. Strength. Judgment. Death. You got maybe like, oh, and the Lovers and Five of Cups. Get over crying by yourself. Become King of Cups. You're in control of your emotional sovereignty. King of Swords, you got the idea. You've got the breakthrough. Ace of Cups, you can be yourself. Nine of Pentacles, self-made, honey. Three of Pentacles, with your friends. Yeah, for sure, some messages for the divine feminine today about like what justice is in this balance. Because if you've always been taught to do things for other people your whole life, to orient. I take both estrogen and testosterone at different points in my life. I've gone on and off of the other one being predominant, okay? Just gonna say. Pros are trying to get my chips. Well then. And estrogen makes you a little more like multifaceted. Thinking about other things and other people and all the possibilities. It's great creative space. It's kind of more like you open and like this and like sensual and like woo. That may not make any sense to you, but when I say this, it might. Testosterone really brings your energy to a focal point, and it uplifts and directs and focuses. Okay, and holds. That's what it does. Like if I'm like feeling a lot of things in my body and in my feelings in my field and in the world, it's more of a wavy line, and that's a just estrogen dominant life. You know, I might feel like that. And then like look at the ocean and the tides are like, whoa, now I feel like this. Now I'm kind of like this, and then I like this. It's very like wavy, wavy. And the energy's like spreading out and diffusive, and it's kind of like immersive and basting everything. Like wavy. Testosterone's like this. One, direct it up and focus. And it's like one thing, you know, one thing at a time. Yeah. How you doing? Good. That's what it does. And it doesn't take you on the labyrinth in and out of that good, like the estrogen cycle, where it's like half the time you can't even feel that. Half the time you kind of feel it, but you have to get it through chocolate ice cream or something. And then half the time you like, it's just like overwhelming you. Oh my God, all the good. And then it's like, where'd it go? And yeah, it's really in and out like the tides for estrogen dominant cycle. So whereas testosterone is just like on, like the sunrise going around the earth, good. It doesn't stop. Good. Isn't that crazy? So we've got these two trying to fall in love. That's why I'm pulling these out, because they're trying to fall in love inside us, and then they're trying to fall in love outside of us. And whether you're gay, straight, trans, whatever you're doing with this, I swear everybody's kind of facing this. So I decided to pull the cards. We do have for the divine feminine this sense of positive, healthy Aries fire, strong heat being reclaimed, and doing the opposite. Do it for yourself. Be selfish. Men, of course, you could see this energy being a little more selfish. It's like focus. Hey, I'm a dude. I'm gonna do it for me. What do you want, sir? Fries, Coke. You know, like, there's no question of like, oh, what do I want? Well, there's already wanted 5 things. No, I can never decide. What do you want? Should we get something together? Okay. Like, I get stuck in that a lot because I have Mars and Libra. I'm just saying, the feminine is really hard for decisions. It's hard for focusing. It's hard for asserting. It's hard for manifesting. It's hard. But what if it wasn't? What if you were? What if you were in that justice of being in kings, being in sovereignty, directing things, having that strength to give death to anything that stood in the way of you being that Knight of Pentacles of just like, I'm gonna make whatever I want. I'm just gonna do it and bring it. Yeah, Divine Feminine, Nine of Pentacles, self-made in the shade, Three of Pentacles with your friends on the team. It's a big manifesting thing. It's showing. Like, if you can align with this justice of doing things for yourself, manifesting your life for yourself as you would do it, that's a huge adjustment for the world. Because if women would do that, if they become a little more selfish and focused in that way, it's way more something that's a default pattern of men, okay, to do that. Look what men do. They're like, I'm going out, and they just go to the bar. Or they just go buy a car. I mean, it pisses their partners off. It's just like, can you believe what he did? He just bought a car. He just bought a ticket to Mexico. He just went out with his friends, and he didn't even come back till late. Like, he just does what he wants, right? Women feel so pissed by this. What if they just do it? Remember that movie, Fried Green Tomatoes? Tuong Fu, or Tawanda. She just goes to Wanda. She's like, ah! Starts busting out the wall in her house, clearing out light, and then she starts working out, and she starts making honey, and she's going and making friends, and yeah, she just starts being selfish too, and doing whatever the fuck she wants. I'm so excited for that world. I want the Divine Feminine to make that world happen. I really want to see a bunch of women that realize they can be just as selfish as men. They can go out. I want to see them catcalling men and going out and racing around in cars and like taking up space and cruising on corners and going in bars out late and dancing and being sluts and being greedy and selfish. I want to see women just take their money and go buy what they really want and run around in gangs just like feeling their power and heckling and throwing around the world. I want women to see this is justice. This is my fantasy reign because it's just the opposite of how it's been. And it's about people doing things for themselves. Women, divine feminine, rather than for other people. This is an epiphany. And for men to do things for love, to do things for relationships, realize that's the wealth. I really like what Bridges offered us as well today to heal the lovers. I do. I'm feeling it at this point. Two of Pentacles. It's time to make the change. There's this balance in it. Why not? It's only time. You know, these role reversals, they switch. See, over here, then over here. And this is this infinity. It's always been like this. This constant, you know, love affair. It's switchy. It's changing. So continuity within the change. It's a real balance. That's why I bring it to the well. I want us to be on the team making this happen. Yeah. 5 and 7 Pentacles just affirming. This is our labors of love. We do this work. This is our work, I think. Switch it up and do these switches. Knight of Cups. I do bring this truth to you. It is my love poem for you. I'm the Knight of Cups, okay? I'll just do a little reading general for us all for the divine union. Aquarius, Uranus, and 5. Let's free expression. We gotta get to be divas, like we're Andre from Super Love Fest 3000 from Outcast. Like, I just feel like we need to get our freak on and express it. We need to be free to be just really a lot more authentically, wildly ourselves and have fun with that and express that and play. And that's what that is. That's wonderful. Well, thanks for that message. The crow just looked me in the eye, gave me direct eye contact, and took a poop when I said that. I've never had experience like that with a crow. Why did it do that so directly right when I said that? I guess it's an offering on the earth. It's. Did you hear that? So cute. It's chiming in. I don't make me want to speak. I feel like the crow is speaking. Oh, it's looking at me again. Oh, I know you have so much to say. You can come over here and say it. It's giving me shit. I will go bring you food. I know. I'm supposed to stop by this store and go get peanuts and stuff. It would come over here if I had got the nuts already. What's taking me so long? I get it. It just wants me to feed it. I love selfish things. Like animals and kids are really selfish. I really love how they're just like, give me the food, give me the food. They're closely earth, you know. I love selfish earth. I have this idea of selfish earth and then generous human. You know, it's a nice balance because we kind of have it backwards right now, you guys. In terms of us and the earth being lovers, you know, the earth being the divine feminine, us being the masculine, because that's a certain polarity I see with humans and the earth as lovers, as a pair. The crow's reminding me because it was acting like my, you know, bitchy wife, my annoyed spouse. Fair enough. I'm definitely use the word bitch with reference. It's not degrading in my universe, just so you know. It's important to clarify though. People don't know that. But I love this crow. I'm in love with its bitchiness. I love its truth. It's the truth telling mind. It's telling me to get my priorities right and to come give it food. And what am I doing? And I know that everything's mostly for love and prayer. And why didn't I go get that stuff? What am I prioritizing if I forgot my offerings? It took a poop and looked me in the eye. And now it's yelling at me about not having got its offerings yet because I've been thinking all week about getting these nuts and seeds for the crows. Anyways, yeah, the emperor. It's time to really show up and be the head of the empire that we want. You know, the love empire, super love face, the 3,000 love economy, 100%, where we're all a 10, and just the way we authentically came to slay. That's the dream. Two of Cups. Fall in love. That's the most radical thing, and that's the goal. Great. All right. Well, with that, I really appreciate you sticking with it and for being interested in this. I'm going to pull tarot and do oracle work for different social issues, not just gender. But we are really evolving today in the world. And this is my offering in the eclipse portal as we transform and update and putting this into the hard drive patterns. Hope it was good for you. I had a great time. I hope you have a wonderful time. Come like and subscribe. Let's build this channel. I'm going to keep building this content. Check out my Patreon. Come study with me. Check out my online class offerings and in-person ones where I live. And where you are, keep it real. Much love. I believe in you.